hit that motherfucker hammer time like, boy, stupid, boy, stupid, boy, stupid.
Hey guys, okay, so I was not able to film me applying it. I did not have time this morning and I could not wait. I just wanted to try this foundation. So I have had it on now for about an hour and I am loving it so far. I will put a demo at the end of the video of me so you can see how it applies and everything, but it looks like skin and I'm loving it, and so I will check in with you later in the day. Okay guys, so it is 1:20. I will put the total time that I've had the makeup on now down here. I am currently on my lunch break, and I think that this makeup looks awesome. I did have to blot. I blotted around 11, which is normal for me, but I have never had a foundation that kept the bronzer and blush on my face as much as this one does, so I am really liking it so far. Hey guys, it is 5 o'clock. I am just getting out of work now, and I want to say that I'm really liking this makeup. My highlight, my bronzer, my blush is all still there, and I did touch up again around 3:45, which again is pretty normal. This time I put some powder on, and I would say that the powder lies really well over top. It doesn't become cakey or anything like that. So it's been on for like 10 or 11 hours now, and I am still loving it. So I will check back in at the end of the night. Hey guys, so this is gonna be my final check-in. It is 7:20 p.m. So I've had this foundation on for about 12 and a half hours, and I think it looks amazing. It looks like skin. Like, I don't even, yeah. Like, usually by this point, if I'm looking at my face, I see foundation and product buildup, and I don't see that whatsoever. In fact, my highlight and my bronzer and my blush are still like fully visible here. And I mean, I don't think I've ever had a foundation hold onto products that well before either. Through touch-ups and everything, I mean, the foundation stayed. So yeah, I did need to blot twice. I kind of blotted more out of habit than maybe necessity for blotting. So I have combination to oily skin. I've kind of been more on the combo to normal side lately. So when it comes to primers, I have just been using the Too Faced Hangover RX, and I really love this. Overall, I give this foundation 2 thumbs up. You know, it lasted me all day. Like I said, like, let's zoom in here. Like, the only place that I really notice it breaks up is on my nose, which is typical for me. My foundation always breaks up there, but that's not even bad. I think that if you have dry skin, if you have calm skin, if you have oily skin, I think you can make this foundation work for any skin type. So if you want to see me do the demo, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so you just saw my first impression of the first day I wore this foundation. As I mentioned in there, I was too excited to use it and I didn't have time to actually film the application that morning. So I'm going to show you now how this foundation applies. I am in the shade Y325, which is the equivalent of 118 in the old formula, and I am going to prime my skin with the Hangover RX from Too Faced. And then I'm going to go in just on my cheeks and nose with the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. I'm going to take 2 pumps of the foundation on the back of my hand. As you can see, it is a watery consistency. I'm just going to dot this on my face. I'm going to blend that in with my Makeup Geek Face Buffer brush. I don't know if you can tell, but it literally glides into the skin. Like, it applies so easily. And once it's on, like, it looks like your skin. I do have a blemish right here, which obviously did not fully cover. It's not a very heavy coverage foundation, which, like I said, I like. I don't like a lot of coverage. If I need it, I'll go in with some concealer on spots. But overall, I mean, it just sinks into the skin so easily. Let me... I mean, this stuff, I'm loving it. This will be, this is actually day 3 of me wearing it. So, yeah, I haven't reached for anything else lately. I'm just loving this. Okay, so you just saw me applying the foundation and you saw how easy it went into the skin and just how natural it looks. I now just kind of wanted to go over some pros and cons of the foundation now that I've worn it for about 3 days. You know, I kind of noticed some things I like, don't like. Let's just go over the foundation in general. It is the first 4K Ultra HD foundation for the highest resolution technology. I don't really know much about technology, so 4K means nothing to me, but it's apparently just supposed to make you look flawless. It's a medium coverage, natural finish, long lasting, comfortable, and for all skin types. It is available in 40 shades. They have it categorized as red and yellow, so you know, your more pinky, more yellow tones. And they do have an equivalent to, so if you had a shade in the original HD formula, it should have a match in the new formula, and then there's new shades as well. So like I said, there's 40 shades, so I mean, I think everyone will be able to find. Here's you know, the shade guide. So there's a shade on there for everyone. You'll definitely be able to find a shade. And like I said, it's nice because if you use the original one, then you can easily find a shade in the new. I had mentioned in the video, but I am in Y325, which was 118 in the original formula. As far as packaging, it is the same as the old packaging. It has the pump, so nothing really has changed as far as that. Other pros are, as you saw in the video, it definitely kept my highlighter and my bronzer and my blush like in place all day. I've never had a foundation that has kept my makeup looking you know, so fresh all day long, and when I was touching it up and putting powder on top, I wasn't getting that sorry, I keep playing with my hair, it's driving me crazy. As I touched up throughout the day, I was not getting that product buildup that I normally do when it comes to foundations. Like, I'll start to, especially up here, I get dry, and even sometimes on my cheeks it'll start to build up, and you'll see that I had been applying powder and things like that. But I didn't notice that with this. I felt like my makeup still looked really well at the end of the day. In the last clip you saw, I was a little oily. I mean, I had it on for about, what did I say, 12 hours at that point. So it was ready to come off. But I mean, it really looked great the whole entire day. I would say if you are oily though, definitely use a mattifying primer that you know works for you and that you enjoy, because it definitely does. It's a natural finish, so it's not going to keep you matte, and you're definitely going to need to touch up. So that's just something to be aware of. And I think if you have really dry skin, you're going to love it, because I think it's going to keep your skin really moisturized. So that is it for my review. Like I said, all in all, I really like this foundation and I would totally recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was all over the place, but thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!